Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. We're starting another Renner haul with lots of beautiful new things. I have to tell you all that the winter season has started here. I know we're still just after Carnival, but the new pieces have already started to arrive, so don't get your hopes up that we'll have lots of summer looks. To my friends from the Northeast, please be patient with me. From now on, we'll have to show a lot of things because they're coming in. And honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I love it. It's the best part of the year for me. Recently, before Carnival, I was already able to wear a print coat that I took out of my closet. It was short, I didn't wear a long one. Suddenly, a cold front arrived and it rained for days. I went from Sorocaba to Sao Paulo, which is even colder, and it worked out. Tell me, have you already worn any little jackets this year? Did you feel a cold front in your city just yesterday? The follower is crazy about a suede jacket in Bordeaux, which arrived at Renner, but it hasn't arrived at my store here in Sorocaba yet, although it's already available on the website. She said, Rita Saraiva, I live in Rio and haven't seen this jacket, but I want to buy it. So for those of you who, like me, get excited, even though it barely gets cold, you still really want to invest, stay with me on this channel. This dress, guys, it's gorgeous. I have the black one from last year. It was last year, at the very end of last year. I already love the fact that even though it's black, it has this off-white trim, which gives it a lightness because I feel like a black dress for a summer day, a hot day, feels heavy. But the fact that it has the trim helps, and the fact that it's black too. It also squeezed my stomach a lot because I'm not a fan of really tight clothes. And those super mermaid dresses where you have to hold in your stomach, I don't like that. It doesn't have to be super loose, but you know when something is really tight, this one isn't like that. It fits close, it has a certain drape, it doesn't cling to the stomach, and the fact that they're dark tones helps us. Now it's available in brown with a linen look that doesn't itch and looks great. I liked it so much I got the black one too. My mother-in-law loved it when I brought it to her. Now they've released this new brown version. I wanted to look from the side and from the back. It's costing $219. Is this cut in size small? Something that's also in style right now are these low hems. It has this lower part here. Usually it used to have that waistline marking. It brings together a few trends here and it's gorgeous. I'll also leave you the link to my coffee brown flat sandals, which look really good with outfits. I really like these sandals. In the light shade like this, more nude, in gold, and in this brown. These were the ones I wore the most all summer. Well, totally approved. Here's the look and let's go to the next one. I love this one. What do you think, guys? This is a suede set in a really nice shade. It's light, you know? I thought the color was really stylish and very different from what we usually wear because, like, I'm someone who loves black, but if I let myself, I end up wearing only black. And I think that since everyone is like that, you end up looking really obvious every day, so I feel really cool. When I managed to put together a brown outfit, even though now brown is everywhere too, but when I managed to get away from black, put together a brown look, a beige look. Of course, Nito himself is someone who really likes it. Nito, my husband, he likes light colored clothes, so he always goes for them. And I think that's really cool because it's so out of the box. I'm not always like that, but when I pull it off, it looks amazing. This medium blazer looks great when it matches the skirt's length. I don't like it when it doesn't match. Much shorter or much longer, which sometimes happens, this one is ideal. The skirt is also a medium. It was big. I had to make a little adjustment, but how do I feel? If I get the small, it will be much tighter and shorter. I prefer to get this one and add a little belt, do a quick fix, or best of all, take it to the tailor. So I have the skirt on. I can see a difference in the color. I feel like it's a little bit different, but at the same time, it's not. It's the same thing. Well, if there is a difference, it's minimal, right? I didn't like the button 100%, so I'm thinking about the future. Should I remove it? I'm not sure if it will work here. I removed it before and it turned out great, but since this one is light, the stitching might be very visible and not look as good. The ideal would be to cover it, right? Wow, if only this button had been covered. Seriously, just think about it. Imagine with me if this button were covered. If we could use AI on this photo, we could really elevate the quality of this look. And the little boot is a whole other story. We're going to have to talk about it. We need to have a meeting. Let's do an investigation just to talk about this little boot. Look at this. Just look at this. Every time I travel, I don't take boots because I don't have the courage. All my boots have a bit of a heel and we walk a lot wherever I travel. I took a chance, brought the boots, and I think it worked out. And they were boots like this, Western style. So they have that pointed toe and everything with a heel, more or less. That's something I usually don't even risk bringing, and it worked out. I walked a lot. My legs and feet didn't hurt, and everyone asked about the boots. I thought it was fine, but if I had a pair like this, I'd take them with much more peace of mind. Because this one has just a tiny little heel, right? I don't think it would bother me at all, and I love the color. One thing I loved about this look is how it really shows off the legs, the length of the skirt, but then the boots balanced it out so it's sexy without revealing anything, you know? It makes the look more covered up. Here I could wear a lighter knit or a darker knit. I think the knit would look better than the cotton Perona. Cotton Perona works for a cool day, but in general, I'd go with a brown knit or a knit in other colors, which would look really nice. Did you like it? I loved it and want it, so I'll set it aside. Here's the full look. Let's check out the next one. When I pick everything up, I'll share what I've reserved. We received so many beautiful coats. I don't know if I should do it like I used to, like last year during the last winter, by taking the same base outfit and trying on several coats for you. I think I'm almost going to do that. If I start mixing it up, I'll change things anyway, but I really like this base. I thought these pants were amazing. They deserve a 10 in my heart, and you know my heart is hard to please. This here, look, these three little tabs didn't even need to exist. Oops, why God, did I step on the fifth one? But look, if it had come in this color, if they had faded it just a bit like this and finished the pants, I wish it was all like this. Why do they always want to change it? They could have just left it. This isn't Renner. All the stores could make it for people who like faded jeans with frayed edges. But they should have several basic straight ones, because the basic straight ones, usually we find a plain one just the way I like it, so why do they add so many things? But the boot I showed you looked great. I love how the tip looks with the pants. So I'm wearing the Peruvian wide brim hat, also brown, and then the blazer. Plaid, I say it's that vintage thing. If you go to the store now, you'll find it. If you go to a thrift shop, you'll find it. It doesn't matter the season, plaid patterns never go out of style, so it's really something worth investing in as long as it matches your style, because there's no point in investing otherwise. Oh, it's not just because it's trendy now, no, it's always in style. You'll wear it, you'll put it away, and it'll come back. What often changes is that they update the model, like the cut, you know? So just the other day, actually this week, a plaid blazer arrived at my house that I bought in this style, but it was like this. A short jacket and bomber with elastic in the back, which you probably won't see at Umbricho or find elsewhere. There's no point keeping clothes forever since they'll eventually be updated. And then you have the plaid, but you wonder, why isn't my plaid at home working? That's why, because the cut is different, but plaid like Agostinho Carrara style, you know, that never goes out of fashion. Here's the basic look I put together. I think it turned out really cool and stylish. Big suede bags are really in style, but I couldn't find any here to show you. I've gotten so used to small bags that I don't even have anything to put in a big one anymore. I also want to know if you've gotten used to small bags. I haven't bought a big one like that yet, but when I do, I'll need to fill it with something. I already use a small cloth diaper to make my bag look fuller since I have nothing else to put in it. I do my makeup in the car or at home, so I just grab my phone since all my cards and identification are on it. There's nothing else I need to carry. We've gotten used to compact bags, so big ones aren't really needed anymore. Well, here's the full look, and let's go to the next one. Oh, pants size 36, shirt size small, and the blazer is also small. It's a bit oversized. I usually get one size up at Renner. Find your correct size to avoid mistakes. Let's continue. I love this trench coat because it's darker, and I have a few, but I don't have this one. And it deserves it, guys. It's really well made. It has all the features of a trench coat, you know, the original trench coat. It's beautiful, the details are really nice, and it has a belt. Now, I don't know if I should try on the extra small or not, just to be sure, because usually it's really hard for me to fit into a coat. One size down at Renner because I'm a bit broader, and I like my size to be a little bigger. But this one is really loose, and for example, I liked it more when it's closed, but when it's open, I thought it looked really wide. Now, I'm not sure, but I'll tell you later which one I picked. So I used a base in this shade, which is super trendy, and I really liked it. Actually, a tip that worked really well on my last trips is to put together these monochromatic looks and think about a coat on top. So what did I do on my first trip? I took a black coat, a caramel one, and one more. I took 3 coats with me, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe 2 heavy ones. No, I think it was just 2 heavy ones, the black and the caramel. Oh, and a trench coat. Of course, the one I traveled with is actually from Renner, but it's a light color. On my last trip, I brought 3 coats. It worked out well since it was a practical trip. To find a suitcase without worrying about weight, actually with the weight limit 23 kilos, but with real luggage, not just a carry-on, because then it gets really complicated. So I took a gray one, a black one, and a caramel one, the same ones as before, but this time I put together different outfits and it worked out really well. And what's nice about these monochromatic basics is that they always look stylish. We step away a bit from just black and jeans, and then you can coordinate because these are basic pieces, for example. Later, I can wear this one with jeans and it already looks completely different. Here, I can wear these pants, pair them with a light blouse, or I can choose not to. Monochromatic basics work really well with jackets. They look elegant, and when you mix them together, they also coordinate nicely. And then you can also wear it differently, with a jacket or without a jacket. Anyway, while the trench coat looks beautiful, it really is a size small. Let me just check to make sure I'm not saying something wrong. And it costs $4.59. I loved this blouse. This shade that's really in fashion is called Mecha Negra, which is a bit more purplish. You can tell it's not quite the burgundy we were wearing last year. It's not that it went out of style, but I can tell this one is getting even more popular. I recently bought a purse in this color, and now everything seems to be this color, so it worked out well. I don't know if it's because when you buy the purse, it's like when you buy a car and then you only notice that car everywhere, then it just feels like it's multiplying. But honestly, I haven't seen much burgundy this year, and I've seen a lot of this color. So I want to take these pants for myself, and I'm really not a fan of this here. And for me, every time I saw this stitching, it looked like it was joining two pieces together. But a seamstress said no. Actually, not a seamstress, a follower said no. That many times they do this detail on purpose, and then guys, I realized that here it was intentional. They simply sewed this here to make it puffy. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my scissors, I'm going to unstitch this here, and then I'm going to iron it. Because for me, I feel like this draws so much attention. There are people who like it, who don't mind, or even like it more because of this crease. But for me, this crease ruins any outfit. I can't stand it, but I'm thinking I'm going to remove it. I'm going to take the whole set, the blazer, this one too, which will look beautiful, with the blazer, the pants, this coat, and this print coat. I'm excited. Here's the complete look, and let's move on to the next one. And I was dying to try on this jacket because I don't know. Did you see Renner's previous fall and winter collection? They nailed it. They did lots of layering, lots of cool things. Do you think we can leave the video for everyone, for those who haven't watched it yet? They did a lot of fun things, and one of them was with this jacket and this jacket. It says on the website that it's for women and men. It's in the women's section, but it works for guys too. In fact, it has a really masculine vibe. It's big, so that's how it is. My brother, he's not a very tall guy. Remember, I always tell you that I'm short. My mom took us to the doctor, the endocrinologist. He said, well, the dad is short, the mom is short, there's nothing to worry about. Ultimately, my brother and I never matched our parents' height. As for my brother, he'd probably fit the medium size of this, though even that wouldn't be too small for him. So she's wearing men's and women's clothing, which I thought was a general consideration. It's really cute, it's lined, it has great quality, and the polyurethane is also really nice. The only thing I personally didn't like is the rhodium here, because since it has this maybe more masculine vibe, and I really like masculine things, I'm biased, but I thought it was just a little too rough. I think I didn't like these buttons here being so visible because I like this part where it's covered and embedded. But this part here, since it's so obvious, it's just not my favorite. I don't remember how it was shown on the website, but I decided to go with this same style. Since I really like this mix of feminine and masculine, this shirt from Renner, it already comes with a little tie, and look, the style turned out really cool. You can even try this at home with any P1 jacket you have, pair it with a shirt and a tie. It looks super stylish. It can be suede or other fabrics, other types of jackets. But this little tie effect looks beautiful. And for those who can't imagine wearing a tie because they think it's too masculine, a scarf also looks cute. It also brings an interesting modern vibe and is more feminine than a tie. Still, it reminds you a bit of a tie, so much so that the day I wore the scarf, I'll even leave a little picture here, he said this. Oh, I don't like ties, but it was a scarf. It looked much more feminine, and that's how I took it on this trip, about 10 ties. In the end, I didn't end up wearing the tie because I bought a scarf during the trip and wanted to wear the scarf right away. Well, the faded black pants, which until recently I thought were awful, and now I like them. This one is the right size. Size 36, and it costs $17.99. It's a wide leg, really pretty. I would wear it. It's perfect from the side and from the back. The jacket fits really well. It's a size S, and it costs, let's see, $3.39. And the shirt, guys, it's either L or extra large because this is the only one they have here at Renner. I don't know the price. It's not that easy, but I'll pin all the links in the first comment and in the description. Everything's there. Here's the full look. I like the idea. Let's move on to the next look. I've already realized that I'm not a fan of cargo pants in denim, but I do like them in tailored fabric. And it's not just recently. Do you remember when Rita was launched on the app a long time ago? It was before I got pregnant, not when I was pregnant. In 2023, I did a live there on Palista Avenue. That was a milestone in my artistic career. And I wore a pair of black cargo wide leg pants and a cute pink top. So for this look, I wore the brown one. The tough thing about these big boots is that they leave a mark on the pants. I loved it. I didn't like the belt, but that's easy to fix. It's not ugly, and it's good that it was made of the same fabric. I like that little strap hanging, but you can use a belt of your own anyway, just a belt from home. So the whole base was brown, and since brown goes with everything, I threw on a knit sweater. On a recent trip I took, I put together a similar look. Then I put on some green pants, and then I added brown on top because green and brown go really well together. I'll leave a little photo for you, because sometimes on a trip you put on a coat when it's cold, but if it wasn't such a cold trip, there are days when you can take the coat off. Or even for a photo, you can create an interesting base and then take off the coat. For example, the knitwear I showed you here would look really nice on top since the bottom part is matching, and then we'll have two more colors. Then you emphasize that color that's left over, like the trench coat in this shade, on the bag so I could put, if I use a dark bag, it would look great. Or in one of these three colors, if you don't mix in another color, it will be perfect with up to three colors. It's really hard to go wrong with this little rule for coordinating outfits. You can use as many colors as you want, but if you're unsure, not sure if it's working, stick to up to three colors in your outfit, your look. It's hard for everything to go wrong unless you're doing something really crazy, but I know you all have been really bold lately and have already gotten the hang of it. Well, this sweater, I don't think I mentioned earlier when I was trying it on what size it was, and it's a medium. I always like to get one size up. There you go. These pants are from Blue Steel. They cost wrap $199. They're size S, and I like the fabric. You know, I thought they were really nice. The cargo style is pretty subtle and it adds a little extra style. Look how nice it looks. It's interesting, right? Did you like it? This is one of my favorites and completes the look. Let's move to the next one. Waxinho Carrara is back, guys. Waxinho Carrara is the most up-to-date guy ever. He's never out of style. He's always on top. These pants, I think I've shown you before since I once got a really big pair. I'm not sure if they're the same as mine, but I love them. They're from Blue Steel. I got size 36 and this one is size 40. It has a big hem. It's not a wide leg. You see that it has a barrel shape. It's barrel. It gives that rounded look. It looks super stylish. I wore it to a bar with a black top and sandals since it was hot. What should I do when the weather cools down? If you want to take a chance, put on some boots or loafers, throw on a little jacket. It'll look super cool. Since it has this volume here, it has this rounded shape. My honest suggestion is to wear it with slightly shorter jackets like this one. I have some others over there that would totally match the caramel tone here in the plaid. But it ends up long and looks odd since these pants don't open normally. A wide leg would look nice if they were straight, but with this rounded shape. If you put a jacket here, it looks odd since it adds extra puffiness, you know? This jacket, it's a soft suede, super fluffy. It's not an amazing jacket, but it's not boring either. It has its own little charm that's really current. It's very soft. It doesn't have a lining. It's simple, but at the same time, it's really pretty. I like this jacket. It costs ARP 2.99 and it's in size M. Well, it could be an S because then it would be shorter and would look even better with this outfit, for example. So I'm going to give it a try, the same one. This shade really works. We don't need to be so strict. I like everything to match more, but it's not always possible, and that's okay. It doesn't make it look out of harmony, especially because I like the connections. This boot, for example, has a darker shade than the t-shirt. So here it's matching with here, and here it's coordinating with here, so everything is okay. So the pants should be RP36, the Peruvian blouse size S, and the jacket size S. Well, I liked it. Here's the complete look, and let's move on to the next one. This one, I improvised on top of another improvisation, and it worked out really well. I even want to keep it for myself. I turned it into a set, actually, things that weren't a set, a blouse and navy blue pants, into a set that even looks like a jumpsuit. This blouse doesn't look like much. It just has another ruffle. I'll even take it off so you can see how this blouse isn't very special. It's like this. I think it's a blouse that adds a lot of volume and probably doesn't fit well. If you don't tuck it in, it won't flatter you. And I'm not the person who always wears the most flattering clothes, but there are some clothes that really just don't have much shape. I think that's the problem. If it's loose but has a nice drape, I like it, but if it doesn't, then I don't. By tucking it in, we get a more modest cropped look because we still have some fabric here that went inside. It's not like that. I tried on these pants, guys. They're size S, and I asked my mom to get the extra small for me because I want to take them, and that's rare for me. The pants are really loose. I don't know if sometimes they sew a size S label on another pair of pants. You know, it happens sometimes, and maybe that's what happened here. I didn't close it, but you can wear a bra, remove my strap, and I found that interesting. I didn't like these buttons, but they seem easy to remove. And then we would have the effect just highlighting the little knot because the knot is already something, right? It's already pretty. We didn't need the button. It's not completely ugly or totally bad, but it's not all good either. This blouse. I think the day I tried it on, when I had already put together this look, I tried it on. This one is a medium, it could be a small, but since I'm going to take it for myself and there isn't another one, I'll just take this one. When I close it, it'll fit well. Just look to see the fabric difference. This one is like linen, and this one is more like tailoring fabric. But even so, I thought it coordinated well. It looks really stylish, really interesting. I'm thinking of wearing it with flat shoes, but for those who want to wear it to work, putting on a sandal will look super pretty, super stylish. I'll try the pants in size S and check if the top, ideally also size S, fits well. Together, they create a stylish look like a jumpsuit, perfect for days when we're rushed or out of ideas. Later, if you pair it with other high-waisted pants, you'll get more use from this top. And the navy blue pants, don't even get me started. You can pair them with so many colors. Everything goes with blue. with knitwear. Anyway, with knitwear, you can put together an all navy base. There's Peruvian cotton and navy or a knit. And once you have that base, you can do the same thing I'm doing here with this styling. I'm just pretending there will be summer clothes, but from now on, it's only warm tops. So turn on the air conditioning if it's too hot in your house and go ahead and leave that smart. Like, it helps me a lot and doesn't bother you at all. Every Sunday and Wednesday at 7:30 in the evening, we're here, or even earlier, but it's Mondays and Wednesdays that we have this meeting. I want you to be my friend, so subscribe here and follow me on Instagram. Let's check out the next look. I couldn't resist creating a look here, another monochromatic base with the green jacket. Guys, this jacket is so stylish. It's really on trend. It's an oversized bomber. So if I get the size S, it fits just like it's supposed to. And if I get the extra small, it would also work because the shoulder is already dropped and it would just be a little shorter. I like it too. They're all coming in this style. And my tip is stick to the proposal, get your usual size. Now I know we like things a bit smaller. You can choose a smaller size, but if you have a larger bust, stick close to your size even if you won't button it up. If you get a size smaller and the piece ends up fitting like this, it's not good really. This week I watched a video of a girl trying on a small jacket that really emphasized her bust. It looks bigger and more obvious, but when she wore a jacket with better proportions, it looked much better, even enhancing her and attracting more attention. It also made the other outfit seem unsuitable for her. So I always give this tip because I'm speaking from my own experience. I've had a breast reduction and I know my bust still isn't that small. It didn't get that small, but it used to be much bigger, so there are still many things. I couldn't wear closed up tops or turtlenecks because they made me uncomfortable by adding volume. And then with tops, there were a lot of things that wouldn't close on me. That was also before the reduction. Well, this jacket is size small. It costs $2.99. I put on a cotton top, a brown turtleneck, and these jeans, which guys, I even traveled with recently. I'll even show you the look here. On the side with a pink sweatshirt, and I put on loafers. I cut the hem myself because I'm short, so I made my own hem. She makes her own hem, and it turned out great. So that's how it is. Jeans you can wear with boots look great. This base turned out so cute. You can also wear loafers or sneakers. It looks nice, especially for those who love jeans. So invest in different jeans to give your look a fresh vibe, and it will definitely work because colored jeans look beautiful. A rolly sweater with green, with beige, with pink, with orange, with yellow, with white, black, wow, with everything. It's funny. Brown is actually easy to match. It's elegant. And the tip is, if you can get shoes in the same color as these pants, you'll feel much freer. Then you can wear any colors you want and they'll always match. Now, if you wear different shoes with the top, you have to balance it out because the shoes are one thing, the pants are another, the top is another, and each is a different color, right? And that's it. It's $7.99. And how did these pants fit, guys? This one is a size 36. It was a bit big. Maybe I could squeeze into a 34. I wouldn't suggest sizing down, but your true size will be very comfortable. Here's the full look, and let's go to the next one. A classic hater in new colors. In fact, I have them from the time when bright colors were trending in lime green and super intense blue. And now, if you look at the color options we have, there's brown, sand, a darker green, off-white, only shades like that because we're living in an era of basics, of neutrals anyway. So guys, is it beautiful, this launch? I don't know. It's already on the website. I know that the brown one seems to have already arrived. I don't know if it's the whole set or just the blazer. I saw it yesterday. The embroidery is gorgeous. What happens? I think this vest is a bit big and low cut. If you want to get your usual size, which is what I recommend, you'll need to make a small adjustment here and close it. If not, get one size down. Because I'm wearing the extra small and I'm not an extra small, but it worked and that's how I solved it because it was too big. The only problem with the extra small is how snug it fits. I thought the proportions looked off since the blazer is oversized. It's long and the vest is short. Am I crazy? What do you think? Can I wear it? Oh, it's open, not closed. Do you think it looks too short with something long, or is it fine? Up close, it's beautiful, look really well made, it's lined and everything. The vest is also lovely, the color is gorgeous. Between the brown and the burgundy, I think I would go with the burgundy because you probably already have more brown things. I imagine you have more brown items in your wardrobe. However, brown is just as easy to match, so maybe for practicality, for the obvious choice, we would go with the good brown. The blazer is size 38 and costs $189. Oh no, $189 is the vest, which is in extra small, and the blazer is $299. Well, I think I would fit into this blazer in size 36, and then I would win. I would lose a centimeter here, which would help create more balance between the pieces. Just a little, since this blazer is actually long. For now, the pants haven't arrived yet, and the pants that match the other colors are a center pants. Right, Nora? I believe that if it were a wide leg, it would look even better because it would coordinate more with the current style, and in these colors, it would look wonderful. But for now, we still don't have the pants in brown or in this color. So did you like it, guys? This is my recommendation for these pants. I'm going to speak really highly of them because these pants, I've already put together a lot of outfits at home. I've worn them in real life and the color is really good. It's worth having a pair of white pants and also in this more off-white shade because in many situations, including with this set, the white would look really good. It might stand out too much, but these pants go great with those cutout sneakers I always recommend. You can pair it with brown, green, or beige. Almost any color looks chic with it, and it's less contrasting than white. From the side, this is with patote size 38 but should be 36. Still, it's a 10/10. I highly recommend. Did you like it? Here's the full look. I hope you enjoyed this try-on, which I did with a lot of care and enthusiasm. When I like Beza, there's no way around it, and one thing that makes me happy is the result of these try-ons. I only show pieces that match my style, since I never try on things I don't like and always find them beautiful. And I even say I wouldn't wear it, so I'm really honest and I really like the result because I say, wow. It's an outfit I would totally wear to work. It's an outfit I would totally wear to go out. It's an outfit I would totally wear on a trip. I'm really able to bring my style into the fitting room. Of course, when the clothes are unique pieces, you end up looking like everyone else. But when there are more pieces like this, when you can mix and match. Oh, I'm so happy with the result. I hope you all are enjoying it too. 300,000, that's a lot of people, and you're coming back so we can head towards 400 now. We're going to double the goal. And the word of the day is, I'm not going to talk about health since the girl is feeling a bit down today. She's got a little pain. So we can schedule our checkups, see how our health is doing. I was talking on Instagram this week about how good it is to have this new year to get back on track, plans in every aspect of our lives. From health things we've been wanting to do to cosmetic procedures we've been wanting to try anyway, new ideas, looking for a new course. That's really good. So take advantage of this new year energy, write down all your ideas and take care of your health. I was reading a little text that said our clothes we can change, but our body is something we'll use for the rest of our lives. So take care of every part of yourself, find a physical activity. I know that when we talk about physical activity, everyone thinks of weight training and says, weight training, I hate it. I've tried it several times and that's okay. Just like I don't like walking, something practical, just put on your sneakers and go. I don't like walking, but I found myself in weight training. And then you might find yourself in Pilates, in yoga, or maybe a lower impact activity, something calmer, but find something because it will be good for you. For your body, your soul, your heart, everything is your cardiorespiratory system, cardiovascular system, and everything else is yours. The hormones released during exercise are amazing. Many say they want to feel better, but do they exercise or drink water? If not, it won't help. I say that my prosperity increases a lot when I'm exercising. Why? Because I feel much more connected to my body. I feel better. I eat better. Then I sleep better. It's like a pyramid effect. And they say that our gut is the brain of our body. And when we're taking care of ourselves with exercise, eating better, drinking more water, doing all of that, our gut works well, and that even reflects on our mind. They say that one of the best tools for depression is physical activity. So if you're feeling a little sad, a little upset, I don't know why. And I know there's nothing magical that makes us feel better, but if we don't make at least a little effort, things really won't get better. So even if you don't feel like it, don't think that just because I like it and found myself in weight training, that I go super happy every day and have an amazing workout every day. No, really, even for people who go every day, when you go because of discipline, you take a shower, you might feel lazy, but you do it out of discipline, and that's important. You'll feel good afterwards, so focus on that feeling you'll have later. And every time you go, I can guarantee you'll say, wow, I'm glad I went. You will never regret having gone, and on the contrary, you will always regret saying, wow, why didn't I go? I was doing so well, I was feeling so good. We end up sabotaging ourselves. Our brain is great at it. It wants to see us in our comfort zone with our bellies full, just saving energy, doing nothing. That's how your brain likes to see you. So guys, I say that the enemy is our own brain. It's not other people's envy. It's not the evil eye. It's not your gossiping aunt. It's your laziness. Your biggest enemy is your laziness. To take the course, care for your health, drink water and eat well, it's always you versus yourself. Overcome yourself and you've already won in life. So guys, may we have a lot of strength to wait to take care of ourselves in time. I know it's hard, but put yourself first because when we're not well, we can't take care of anyone else. And if we're flying high, happy and joyful, we can take care of everyone. There's no problem that can't be solved. If you have health, you have everything. Kisses, stay with God until the next video and leave lots of hearts. The heart with the little white health symbol. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Bye bye, and until the next goodbye.